Hey guys, quickly before I get going, just want to say quickly, I've gotten a lot of people suggesting to me that I buy a external mic, which I have done, and I forgot to put it on my camera today. So if the audio is a little annoying, sorry about that. I'll try to edit it down a little bit. Luckily, it's not too windy today. So I've been asked a lot about doing a actual review and more in-depth walk around of my excavator. So I did a quick walk around when I first got it, but now that I have some time on the machine, I thought I would do more of an in-depth walk around and review of the machine. So I think I have, let's see, about 84 hours, not sure if you can see that. So I put 84 hours on it, which has been a good amount of time for me to figure out what I like about it, what I don't like, plus the time I spent demoing a machine last year. So I probably spent close to 100 hours on a 303.5 E2. And right off the bat, I have to say I am super impressed with this machine. I do not regret buying this at all. I absolutely love it. It is still amazing me at what it can do for its size. It's definitely on the bigger size of the, I think, 3.5 ton weight class. So this machine weighs in, I think, just over 8,000 pounds. I'm not sure. I think it's 8,400 with a enclosed cab, so it's probably around 8 with the open cab. So the reach is incredible for the size of the machine. I will show you that when you sit in the machine. Reaches really far. It's really well balanced. It can lift a very good amount of weight. We've been using it a lot to sling around half pallets of pavers. So this is what we use the most of right here. So this pallet, I think, has 10 layers on it right now. And the machine will lift probably 5. A full pallet is technically 11. I think we have moved 4 or 5 layers at full with the boom all the way out with no issues at all. It's been very impressive. It's very well balanced. It runs really smooth. It's just a smooth machine overall. I've been amazed with the quality of the Cat equipment compared to the Bobcats that I've run. Just a great machine so far. I've had a lot of people ask me about this versus other machines, and I've ran just about every machine in this weight class with a couple exceptions. And I by far think that the Cat is the best machine. And that's one of the reasons we went with Cat. Not only that, but our dealer is about 5 minutes from our shop. Their service center is huge, parts center is huge, and my sales rep has been great to work with, where I've had different experiences with other companies. As important as it is that the machine is good, all of that other stuff is super important, almost more important to us. So that was a huge deciding factor in why we ended up with Cat. So I've got it lettered up since last time. So we just did lettering on the boom. We got our logo. Did it on both sides. Did it on the back. And then I took these social media links. They were actually supposed to be going on the back of our new skid steer on the back window with our website. And when I was getting ready to put them on, the wind took the decal and stuck the website, part of the website, and the house social media link or icon to the roof of the skid steer. So I had to throw those away. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do with these last 3? I don't want to throw them out because they're still good. So I stuck them on here, and they actually blend in pretty well with all the other white decals on there. So so our machine we special ordered. Most machines that Cat stocks have just about every option, and we were not ready to spend that kind of money, not yet. So that is why we ended up with the machine we have. We did not get the machine stripped. It does have a couple options, but not too many. We did get the thumb. We got the long arm. With one of those options comes secondary hydraulics, which is great. I'm not sure if that was part of the thumb or the long arm. I'm assuming the thumb, but who knows. So it's a manual coupler, which isn't the end of the world. It does kind of suck, but we have our grading bucket on the machine probably 90% of the time, so we're not changing over too often. Open cab, obviously. So we didn't really do anything with options in the cab. The one thing it did come with is the information screen, whatever you want to call it, the display screen. We weren't expecting that to come on the machine, and it did, which is great because it has a lot of cool functions, which I will go through. So one of the things I love about Cat is they're smart enough to put a spot for you to put a D-ring on the front of your machine, which we use a lot for lifting our clamps, for lifting granite, all that kind of stuff. So that's really smart. I think from what I've heard, and I think this is correct from the first time I greased my machine, they put all the grease fittings pointing out in the same direction, and I think they try to put most of them on the same side. So on this side you only have this one grease fitting, but then all your other grease fittings are on the same side and they're all pointing in the same direction. So it's really easy to just go through the machine, walk your way through, do all your greasing without missing too many grease zerks. So we got the regular blade, didn't get a angle blade, we have no use for that. So here are the tracks that it comes with. Hopefully my camera stops being blurry. So we got a 40-inch, sorry, trying to focus here. Got a 40-inch grading bucket. Comes stock with a, I think, 20-inch digging bucket. I think you can go a little bit bigger. We may consider that, but we rarely are digging in really crappy soil or digging deep, so we haven't really used the digging bucket too much for anything more than ripping up concrete. So we'll pop open the engine compartment, lift this right up. Here's the engine compartment. It is a small machine, so everything's pretty stuffed in here, but I think they did a good job at making the things that you need to service somewhat often pretty accessible. As far as filters, everything's done really clean. So I will try to close this with one hand. So then we have our engine compartment in the back. Same thing, so here's our exhaust and our engine, so there's our oil fill. A couple more filters. Everything's just, I would say for the most part, designed pretty well. This back engine compartment definitely has more space than the side one does. So one of the things that's been great for us is Cat service. When we first bought this, and I tried to do the original walk around, I tried to open the engine compartments and one of them would not open. And it had no pressure to it, and I thought they never hooked up the latch. So they sent a service rep out, or one of their service techs out, and fixed it. Ended up being a really stupid thing. They just needed to adjust the latch a little bit, but they were right out right away and got it fixed for me, and no problems at all. Granted, it is under warranty, it's a brand new machine, so I feel like any company should be doing that. But so we'll climb up in the machine. So just like any other machine, you put your bar down. You have to wait to put your bar down until you turn the machine on, or else the machine will not turn on. Put your bar down. I'll try to do this one-handed. Show you guys the reach on the machine. It's probably going to be very hard to tell. Very hard to tell from the camera, but the reach is very impressive on the machine. And even with the reach that it has, it's super well balanced. So this is all the way out, set to the ground. Hop out, show you guys. It always looks a lot less when you get out of the machine, but from sitting in the machine, it's pretty impressive. So, not sure exactly what the reach is. I'd say it's probably, I don't know, 12, 13 feet or so. Unless my estimation skills are terrible, but so your hour meter, which I showed you, is down there. So pretty simple. You know, we have our lights, controls, have our horn, our hydraulics right here on the left side, secondary hydraulics, your backup beeper, cancel. Your start, your key is down here with your throttle, right above the armrest. And that's it. I mean, you're obviously to move, your joystick's right here. That's just about it. There's not really a lot going on with this machine. So we have our information screen here. You probably can't see with the sun, but I love that you can set it so it tells you how your machine is sitting. You probably can't see that right now, but it tells you what degree you're sitting side to side and front to back, which has helped a lot with us for grading, knowing where we're at, because grades can be very deceiving. But it has all of our service intervals, diagnostics. It just about tells everything about the machine. You can set different users, which is awesome, so you know if something breaks, who was running the machine. We haven't set that up yet, as I'm pretty much the only one running the machine on jobs. The one employee runs it, but not too often on jobs. So here's our blade, obviously, and then this is to go from high speed and low speed. You just click the button. So all the hydraulic lines, super neat. So yeah, it's been an incredible machine for us. I highly suggest it to anyone who's interested, anyone looking in this weight class. Check out this machine, you have to. It's absolutely awesome. No regrets, we absolutely love it. Try out, my suggestion though is try out all the machines. Don't just try out a couple, try out as many as you can, and but you just need to really think about the service and all of that kind of stuff, is that's super important. It may not be with a brand new machine, but once the machine starts getting old and you have to service it, that's gonna become a big factor. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if any of you guys have experience with this machine, and stay tuned for more videos.